Hey there, beautiful people. I'm Emma. I am so happy you're joining us today for my first podcast. And, Nico, we have such a fun episode, don't we?
Oh man, I've been waiting for this one, Emma. By the way, I'm Nico, and I'm so pumped for today.
Me too, because today we're going to talk about one of the scariest things for English learners, and honestly, for everyone, small talk. You know, those times when you try to talk to a stranger and blurt out, "Nice day," and then immediately replay it in your head for the next 10 minutes like, why did I say that? Was that weird? Did I sound normal? If that's ever happened to you, welcome. You are in the right place.
Oh, wow! Great topic, yes! Sorry, was that too much? My energy is at a 10 out of 10 for this topic, Emma, because, confession time, I used to be so afraid of small talk. Like, I'd see the cashier and my brain would start screaming, "Don't mess this up, say something normal."
Oh, the pressure.
It really is. It feels totally weird for a lot of us. And it's not just because English isn't our first language. I still remember this one time, get this. I was in a New York pizza shop, just planning to order my giant slice, and the guy behind the counter says, "How's it going?" All I could do was freeze and stare like I forgot how English works. My brain just shut down. Just static.
Oh my gosh, Nico, you are so not alone. It's wild, right? Even native speakers, me included, we sometimes stand there in the elevator or the grocery line feeling so awkward when it's time for tiny talk. And honestly, I think part of it is just how English works in these moments. Small talk isn't about sharing your deepest secrets. It's, what do I always say? The social glue. Like, nice weather we're having. You're not really discussing meteorology. You're just signaling, hey, I want this moment to feel friendly.
Yes, and it's kind of weird because not every culture does this, right? In some places, if you just want to buy your bread, you actually just buy your bread. No weather reports required. But in a lot of English-speaking countries, that tiny talk is how you show, I mean no harm, I'm just being nice. It's like a quick handshake, but with words. So if you feel awkward or kind of fake, you're not alone. Emma, what can people say? Like, what's actually going on when someone blurts out, "Ugh, this elevator is slow," instead of anything clever?
Love that question. Honestly, it's almost always about breaking the ice, not being a comedy genius. Saying something super basic and neutral. Long day, huh? Or, busy place today. It just opens that little door to connection. Take the classic. This coffee shop is always packed. Is it the most exciting thing you'll ever say in your life? Nope. But it signals, I see you, I'm friendly, let's share this space.
Yeah, it's so true. Like, I started paying attention, and in elevators, everyone just kind of, well, they comment on the weather or how slow the doors are, right? They're not looking for deep answers. It always made me think I had to be super interesting, but you're right. Just being sort of normal is enough.
Exactly. Here's my favorite trick. Take a boring topic and make it a little warm. If someone says, "Gonna rain again, looks like," I just boost the sunshine. Literally, with a smile, and I say, "I know, I should have brought my umbrella collection. I have like 5. Why do I keep losing them?" The point is, it's not about the actual weather. It's about the friendly ping pong, just tossing a word back and forth for the fun of it. So let's make it even easier for everyone. Here's my super secret strategy. Just say what's right in front of you. Seriously, like, "That's a cool jacket," or, "Whew, long line today." You don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to Google the most mind-blowing questions for small talk. Just pick the first obvious thing and let it do the work.
Aha! Can I just say, that rule saved my life in Australia. I was in Sydney sitting at this train station, and the trains, oh wow, endless delays. You wouldn't believe it. So I just turned to the person next to me and said, "Has this delay always been a thing, or am I just unlucky today?" And boom! We both groaned, laughed, and then we ended up talking about travel for the next 20 minutes. It was magic, just from moaning about public transportation.
See, it's like an instant friendship ticket, right? When you notice the obvious and put it into words, It takes all the pressure off. The other person can just nod, laugh, and join in. No need to work out some complicated script in your head. It's so freeing. And hey, sometimes nice shoes is all it takes to start a vibe and meet your next coffee buddy.
Perfect. I love that. So, Emma, what are your favorite go-to opening lines for making small talk?
Ooh, I love this question. Honestly, I like to keep it super easy. Hi. That's honestly powerful. Or, how's it going? If you want to get a little fun. Busy day, huh? Or, I love your shoes. Compliments are gold, seriously.
Okay. So even just, hi, or I love your shoes. I always thought I needed, I don't know, a topic, like sports or news or something big.
Nope, not at all. You don't need to be a stand-up comedian or some kind of conversation expert. Honestly, the biggest thing is just paying attention. If someone makes eye contact and smiles, boom, that's a green light. You could even say something super simple and helpful, like, which floor, in an elevator, and you're good to go. But if they're totally buried in their phone, yeah, probably not today. All right, your turn. Give me your best line.
Okay, I'd say, I was going to say something clever, but hi? And then, hopefully they laugh. And if not, at least I tried.
Gold star. Seriously, starting is winning. Remember, my lovely friends, simple lines are perfect. Just look for a friendly face. You'll know it when you see it. And honestly, just say hi with a warm smile.
All right, so let's say you broke the ice. You tossed out, hey, cool jacket. Now what? How do you keep it going without, that weird, awkward pause?
Great question, Nico. Here's my easy recipe. Ask one simple follow-up. If you say, nice jacket, the natural next thing is, where'd you get it? Or if you're in a coffee shop, have you been here before? That invites a story or a little share from them. And don't stress about it being perfect. Just pick up a detail you notice. Like if they mention a concert, you go, oh, how was it?
Love it! And I always forget this, but sharing a tiny bit of yourself, that really helps too. Like if someone says they love the muffins at the coffee shop, I might say, ooh, I haven't tried those. Are they sweet or just a little sweet? I'm trying to be better about not doing too sweet. Then we're both in the conversation. It feels a lot less like an interview and more like a real back and forth.
Exactly. When you're genuinely curious or even just willing to share one tiny experience, it helps the other person relax and open up too. That's when small talk becomes, well, not so small. Suddenly you're laughing about bad muffins together or remembering a funny moment from your week. That's how you build those feel-good connections. Okay, team, let's talk about the big, scary S word, silence. I know. We all panic a little when things go quiet. But here's a secret. Natural pauses are totally normal, even in English. You don't have to jump in with more words every second. Promise.
Wait, that's so true! I always get nervous, and then I start talking about something totally random, for no reason. I guess I feel like I have to say something to avoid the silence. But sometimes just sitting with that pause is actually kind of peaceful. Like you're showing, I'm comfortable here. It doesn't have to mean things went wrong.
Exactly. Silence can be your friend. Sometimes, if you want to gently restart the chat, just drop in a soft, universal phrase. I like your bag. Or, nice weather today. That's it. You aren't doing stand-up comedy. You're just opening the door again, very gently. And if neither of you talks for a few seconds, breathe, observe. Sometimes those little silent spaces make your conversation feel real, relaxed, and human.
Okay, I like that. Like, silence doesn't automatically mean something went wrong. But, ooh, now there's another kind of silence we should talk about. And this one feels a lot scarier. So, Emma, what if you try all that, nice opening, friendly smile, and the person just silent? Or they kind of say nothing at all. What do you do then?
Oh, this is the million-dollar question. First, don't take it personally. Sometimes people just want a quiet ride, and that's okay. My favorite way to exit is super simple. Well, have a good one. Smile, And then just enjoy the silence. No awkwardness needed.
Love that. I always think, should I keep trying? But no, sometimes it's better to let it be quiet. Reading the room is everything, right? If it feels natural, keep going. If not, it's fine to just wait. It's okay. We're all going to part ways eventually.
Exactly. And honestly, sometimes awkward moments turn into the best stories. Oh, like one time in a hotel elevator, I said, "Are you in town for the conference too?" The guy totally was not, but 2 minutes later, he's telling me about his job and his dog who sneezes every morning at 6 a.m. We're basically friends now. Even weird chats can turn awesome.
Yeah, so true. And listen, guys, if you say hi and it's awkward, just know we've all been there. It's totally fine. And honestly, sometimes it's hilarious later. The more you practice, the easier and funnier it gets.
Yes! Remember, my lovely friends, every little hello is a win. No matter what happens next, you are super brave for trying. Just keep practicing, one small chat at a time. You got this.
Emma, can we talk about small talk anxiety for a sec? Because I'm just going to say it. Sometimes I get that tight feeling like, what if I mess up? Or, oh no, what if it gets awkward and quiet? I bet so many listeners feel the same way.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up, Nico. So first, if that's you, you are 100% normal. Fear of silence, fear of saying the wrong thing, just wanting to run away. It's all so common. Even people who seem super smooth have days where it feels hard. The magic is, don't fight the feeling. Just notice it, take a deep breath, and maybe give yourself a quiet, positive word in your head, like, "I'm brave. I can do this."
Ooh, I love that. Deep breath, little pep talk, and then just go for it. Like, "Hi, how's your day?" in the line at the shop. And hey, if it feels weird, that's okay. Next time, it'll feel a bit less scary, right? We're all building confidence, one tiny chat at a time.
Yes! Start small. Try these mini conversations in safe places, like with someone at school, work, or at your favorite cafe. Each time, it gets a little easier. One hello today, maybe a how are you tomorrow, and soon you're just chatting away. I am so proud of everyone listening. You're amazing for even trying.
And that is a wrap for today. Emma, this was seriously the best. I feel so much less scared of small talk now, don't you?
Absolutely, Nico. Just remember, no stress, no pressure, just you, me, and all our awesome listeners, practicing and growing together.
Oh, and before we go, everyone, we want to hear from you. Go to the comments and tell us, what is your favorite go-to line? Or better yet, what's the most awkward small talk experience you've ever had? We read every single one. And we'd love to say hi to all of you.
Yes, please do. Now, before we go, I'm sending everyone a huge, sparkly virtual high five. Woohoo! You've got this.
Go out there, stay positive, keep smiling, and remember, you are doing incredible. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to improve your English with us on brand new topics every week. It really helps us reach more English learners like you and me. See you next time, Emma.
See you, Nico. And to everyone listening, so much love, so many good vibes. I can't wait to see you in our next episode. Bye-bye.